there are so many students hiding in the crowd, mixed in the crowd. And Alhamdulillah, they must be thinking that this is something unique that we're experiencing an educational session in an Ijtema. This is something different. Yes, we are here to make a difference. We are here to guide you in every aspect of your life, in this dunya and the hereafter. That is why we are striving for. Sometimes, when you take education and acquire some good position, there are some people who always try to pull you back, try to put you down. They try to demoralize you, demotivate you. Sometimes you want to do a lot of things, but there are so many negative factors around you which don't allow you to do those things. How do you negotiate all these negative thinkings and the hurdles and the speed breakers? I was just approaching this ground, and I was talking to the person who was driving me, Abdul Qadir. He was bringing me here, that in our towns, we have no speed, but there are so many speed breakers. There is no speed, but there are speed breakers. It is not just only true for the roads, it is also true for the life. The highway of life, the motorway of life, the shahrah of life. You will find so many hurdles, so many speed breakers, so many people hurting our emotions, so many people hurting our ambitions. I will give you one classic example of the former US President Abraham Lincoln. When Abraham Lincoln became the President of America, you know what his father was doing? His father was a shoemaker. Mochi tha uska baap. He became the Prime Minister of America, and his father was a mochi, the one who used to fix the shoes of people, or used to make some good shoes for people. And naturally, there are some egoistic people around you, so they don't like to see you progressing when your father comes from something else. So they try to detract you, they try to pull you down. Exactly the same thing happened in case of Abraham Lincoln. Egoistic people are offended that a shoemaker's son should become the president. Maybe we've come from a poor background. We come from a low-income family, and we get good education, good guidance. Team SDI Umeed is here to guide you. And you try to become something, maybe there are some factors who are going to pull you down. Don't put your guards down. Stand up and be counted. This is the message from here. So what happened is, on the first day, as Abraham Lincoln entered to give his inaugural address in the Parliament of the USA, the United States of America, just in the middle, one man stood up, and he was a rich aristocrat. A person stood up in the Parliament. He was an aristocrat. Now, what is this word aristocrat? I leave it to you to find out the meaning. What is an aristocrat? I will not tell you this now. Everything is not going to be spoon-fed to you. You have to make your own ways. You have to have that desire to find out, to learn new words, add to your vocabulary, your dictionary, your speaking power. You have to make it strong and stronger. So he was an aristocrat. He said, Mr. Lincoln, you should not forget that your father used to make shoes for my family. उसने कहा कि आप प्रेसिडेंट बन गए हो, ये मत भूलना कि तुम्हारा बाप मेरी फैमिली के लिए जूते बनाता था. Humiliating thing. But I would like to tell you one thing. Situation is never bad for us. It's the reaction that makes it bad or worse or good. Situation is the same for everyone. But those who don't bother about the situation, they react differently. I'll give you one small example. One family goes to a restaurant. Now this is a French word. It is not restaurant. Restaurant. It's a restaurant. ये सब हम तो कुछ सीखना है. उनकी तरह बोलना है, आंख में आंख डाल के बोलना है, अंग्रेजों की आंख में आंख डाल के इंग्लिश बात करनी है, उनसे बेहतर बोलना है. सितारों के आगे जहां और भी हैं, अभी इश्क के इम्तिहान और भी हैं. नशे मन पर नशे मन इस कदर तामीर करता जा कि बिजली गिरते गिरते आप खुद बेजार हो जाए. नजर वो है कि जो कौनो मकान के पार हो जाए, मगर जब रोए जाना पर पड़े तो बेकार हो जाए. चला जाता हूं हंसता खेलता मौजे हवादिस से, अगर आसानियां हो जिंदगी दुश्वार हो जाए. अगर आसानियां हो जिंदगी दुश्वार हो जाए. लड़ने वाले यूं लड़ते हैं, बढ़ने वाले यूं बढ़ते हैं. वो आसानियों का इंतजार नहीं करते, वो मुश्किलों से टकराते हैं और फिर आगे बढ़ते चले जाते हैं. One family went to the restaurant for having dinner, and they were sitting around a table. The food was served, and suddenly a cockroach flies in front of them. Now there were some family members. They started screaming, "Oh, cockroach, 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 cockroach." The waiter, come here, cockroach, waiter, come here, cockroach. Everybody was screaming. Waiter said, "What happened? Why are you screaming for?" "There is a cockroach here." He said, "Okay." He took a tissue paper, grabbed the cockroach calmly and went away. Situation was the same for him as well. Situation was the same for the family. But his approach was to deal with the situation, not to shout. You understand? So there was no problem. How you deal with the situation, that is the problem. That is the solution. Exam is the same for everyone. And some people, they strive very hard. They prepare for the exam. Some people keep complaining, it is very tough, it is very tough. They will never be successful. It is how you approach your life. It is how you prepare for the difficulties you might predict that are going to happen in your life. So, coming back to the US president, what was his name? Tell me. Do you understand what I'm speaking? Do you understand my English? How is it? Awesome. Oh. Shukran for that. So he said, Mr. Lincoln, you should never forget that your father used to make shoes for my family. And the whole Senate laughed. The whole parliament, they started laughing. Ha 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 ha. They were making fun of him. They were making mockery of him. And they thought that they have made fool of Abraham Lincoln. While I am speaking, you should also observe the type of voice modulations that I am doing. This is very important for public speaking. The way you modulate your voice, when you raise, when you go down, when you grow soft, when you put the pitch hard, that is very important while you speak. Try to learn from what I am doing here. It is not just a speech, it is a model for you. How to speak to the crowd, how to make the eye contact, because people sitting so far, so I can't look into your eyes, but people sitting next to me, I can look into their eyes. So somehow I'm trying to make the eye contact. That makes your speech very powerful. Some people have the habit of speaking with closed eyes. They speak in imagination. They don't speak to the people sitting in front of them. That is not the way you should be speaking. So the whole Senate laughed. And they thought that they have made the fool of Mr. Abraham Lincoln. But certain people, they are made of some totally different metal. Metal. It's not M-E-T-A-L metal. It is M-E-T-T-L-E metal. Now find out the meaning of this word. What is the difference between a metal and a metal? It sounds similar, but they are two different words and they mean differently. This is how you learn your language. But what we do? We just read the textbook and we try to mug it up by heart, mug it up. No, mugging is not the answer. That is not the method. You have to understand the language. You have to master the words, master the vocabulary. Keep adding to it every single day. If you want to use your mobile, there are so many apps there who talk to you. They converse with you. I was just looking into some of the apps. Yesterday I found one of the apps. I'm not going to promote any of them. I'm not a promoter here. I'm not a advertiser here. I'm not a model here. I'm just suggesting you go and find out for your age group which one is the best model that suits you, and you can actually speak to them as if someone is talking to you. So if you want to improve your English, you have to speak. You just can't keep to yourself and then expect your English to improve overnight. When you fail in the interviews, one of the reasons is you cannot communicate well. You know a lot of things. You cannot present them because you cannot talk. So the people, they gauge you from your talk, not from your heart, because they can't penetrate your heart and they can't go into your heart. So some people are made from different metal. Say it. Lincoln stood. He looked at the man. He did not shy away. He did not show that he was hurt. He did not panic. I'm using so many words to describe one situation. Remember that. He did not panic. What he did, he looked straight into his eyes, confidently. So what? If I am the son of a shoemaker, so what? Look what I am today. I am the What did you do? Are you the president? You are still an aristocrat. You are still an aristocrat. And I became the president. So who is better? Anyways, what he said was, he did not boast of anything. He said, sir. Look at the way he spoke. He said, sir. The one who is trying to detract him, he is talking to him the way it should be spoken to a respectable man, respectable person. He said, sir, I know that my father used to make shoes for your family. Yes, I know that. My father used to make shoes for your family. And there will be many more others here because he made shoes the way nobody else can. वो आपकी फैमिली के लिए भी जूते बनाता था मेरा बाप, और यहाँ बहुत सारे ऐसे हैं जिनकी फैमिली के लिए मेरा बाप जूते बनाता है. इसलिए बनाता है कि जिस तरह वो जूते बनाता है कोई दूसरा और नहीं बना सकता है, इसलिए वो आप सब उसके पास जाते हैं. Nobody else can. He was a creator. Some people are very creative. Some people just are content with what they have. But some people want to do something new. They are very innovative. They want to do something different. And see, if you want to be counted amongst the crowd, you should look different, you should do something different, you should be innovative, you should be creative. You should not be provocative. You should be creative. So he said he was a creator. His shoes were not just shoes. He poured his whole soul into them. I want to ask you, do you have any complaint against my father that he did not make your shoes properly? Do you have any complaint? क्या आपको कोई शिकायत है कि मेरे बाप ने जूते अच्छे नहीं बनाए? जूते बनाता था, लेकिन परफेक्ट बनाता था. जो काम करता था वो अच्छे से करता था. If you have any complaint, I can make you another pair of shoes because even I know how to make shoes. कहा मेरे बाप से अगर आपको शिकायत है तो मुझे बोल दीजिए, मैं आपकी वो शिकायत दूर कर दूंगा, क्योंकि मुझे भी जूते बनाना आता है. मैं भी जूते बना सकता हूं. This is how you say, this is how you approach your life. But as far as I know, nobody has ever complained about my father's shoes. He was a genius, a great creator, and I am proud of my father. कभी कभी हमारे बच्चे स्कूल में अपने बाप को इसलिए नहीं ले जाते हैं कि वो मजदूर है. ये एक डिफीटिस्ट एटीट्यूड है. मजदूर है तो क्या हुआ? मेरे आका फरमाते हैं अल-कासिबु हबीबुल्लाह, मेहनत करने वाला अल्लाह का हबीब होता है. तो मजदूर है तो ले जाइए. अगर आप बड़े इंग्लिश स्कूल में पढ़ रहे हैं तो ले जाइए. मेरा बाप मजदूरी करके भी मुझे आपके स्कूल में पढ़ा रहा है. इसको सैल्यूट कीजिए आप कि ये हिम्मत दे रहा है मुझे पढ़ने की. अपने बाप के पर नाज कीजिए कि अपने खून पसीने की कमाई से आपको कुछ बड़ा बनाना चाहता है. अपने वालिदैन की कद्र कीजिए. अपने बाप को नीचा मत देखिए, बल्कि आप अपने बाप के कदमों में रहिए. अल्लाह आपको आसमानों में पहुंचा देगा. The whole Senate was struck dumb. They all went dumb. They all went dumb. Nobody could speak a single word. जबान ही नहीं थी किसी के मुंह में जवाब देने की, क्योंकि जिस तरह से उसने रिएक्ट किया था, that was unexpected. That was something next level. It was something next level. They could not understand what kind of man this person was, Abraham Lincoln. He was proud because his father did his job so well, with so much enthusiasm, such a passion and perfection. Now I tell you, listen to me. Are you attentive? Are you attentive? Say loudly yes or no. Do you want to listen or you want to go away? Want to listen or you want to go away? Listen more. I'll tell you now. Now what I tell you, it does not matter what you do. What matters is how you do it, for your own accord, with your own vision, with your own love, with your own passion. Then whatever you touch, it will become gold.